Hello children, today we will be studying about the chapter metallurgy, which is chapter 2 of so in metallurgy if we generally study about the separation of metals from its ore. As we all know that metals are not found in the free state, they are found in the form of ore in earth crust. So the major process involved in metallurgy are, that is, here we have given us a short note, that is the ore which we find in the earth crust is concentrated to get the concentrated ore. Concentration means we use this process, that is gravity separation, magnetic separation, flotation, leaching. All these processes are used for the concentration of ore to get the concentrated ore. And then after getting the concentrated ore, we do the calcination or roasting process, and after that we get the metal oxide. And uh, um, and metal oxide is further made reduced, or reduction process is done here to get the impure metal. And then after that we do the refining process for to get in order to get the pure metal. So here are some processes which we follow to find that how concentration is done of the ore, that is gravity separation, magnetic separation, flotation, leaching. And in the second phase, in order to get the metal oxide, we do the calcination or roasting. All of these terms we will be studying further in this chapter. So for the reduction, after getting the concentrated ore, we do the reduction of metal oxide into metal. For this, we use carbon reduction, electrolytic reduction, self reduction, thermite reduction, HMR, thermal reduction. All those, any of the process can be followed depending upon the type of metal oxide. Okay, so now we go for the refining or purification of obtained metal. Here we see that there are several processes, and any of one of these can be used in order, depending upon the nature of ore, we use any of this process to get the impure metal, and to get the in order to get the pure metal. Here Mond's process and Van Arkel process are very common. In Mond's process we use the for the purification of nickel, we use this Mond's process. From the nickel tetracarbonyl we get this pure nickel. So now we are moving to the concentration. What is concentration? Actually, it is a method for removing impurities. Here, we see that. Uh, just a minute. Here we see that concentration is the method for removing the impurities called the concentration. There are four methods: gravity separation, magnetic separation, flotation, leaching, which we have studied above. And now one by one we will go for this one. Gravity separation. Where do we use this method? We use this method where there is a difference in density of the ores and the impurities. If we want to separate the metal ores from the impurities, then we will be using gravity separation only if there is difference in density of the ore. Otherwise, another method we have to follow. If the impurities are the magnetic one, then we use the magnetic separation. Okay, here we see that when the it is a gravity separation, so the dense ore are settled here and the lighter gang particles are removed. It is present above, and we can take it out from the above, and then we will get only the ore particles, and it will be free from the impurities. Okay. Now the magnetic separation. It is used when ore and impurities have difference in magnetic properties. Okay, if suppose your ore is magnetic one and the impurities are non-magnetic, then we can use this magnetic separation process. Okay, this is the figure shown here how it goes. And now we go for the flotation process. This method is mainly used for sulfide ores such as ferrous sulfide or copper sulfide. Like that we use flotation process. This in this process the principle is that weighting property of ores and impurities are must be there. So if one of the impurities, suppose here the metal sulfide is here, it get weighted with the help using oil, whereas the impurities are weighted with water. So we can the metal sulfides which are present in the ore will be weighted, will go into the water oil. Here you see that metal sulfide will go into the oil, whereas the impurities will be weighted by the water, and it will be dissolved in water. So we can take out the ores. We can separate oil and water. Okay, so if we separate oil and water, then we will get the ore as a separate in water oil and the impurities in water. So this is the Froth flotation process, and it is mainly used for the sulfide ores. Okay, here are the procedure. In a large tank, we take oil, water, ore, collector and stabilizer. All are mixed and compressed air is passed. And then after air bubbles are formed which attach mineral particles on the surface and carried them as the froth. Okay. Now here we use the pine collector as a collector. We use pine oil and sodium methyl xanthate. Okay, this is the frothing agent. Now here we see that zinc sulfide is the main impurities when we separate lead from lead sulfide. So this process, froth flotation process, can be used for the purification of lead from lead sulfide, galena. Okay. Now we are moving to the process. Here it is the leaching process, and we see here that we can, for example, aluminium from bauxite. We can separate using this leaching process aluminium from bauxite, silver from silver glands. Okay, gold from impure gold. So this leaching process can be used for the separation of these metals from their ores. Okay, here it is X is water insoluble, Y is water soluble, and we use the leaching agent here, and then after X goes to with the leaching agent which is water soluble, and the insoluble particle they are separated, which is the impurities. Okay. Now, aluminium from bauxite, major impurity is Fe2O3, that is the rust. So, we can separate using the leaching process here, shown here. Now, we are moving to the, these all are the examples which you can go for that one. In case any confusion, we can talk, or you can contact me. These all are the leaching process. Now, we are coming from the conversion of ores into oxides. So now the second stage, in the above steps we have seen the ore are concentrated to get the concentrated ore. After getting the concentrated ore, we make the concentrated ore into the oxide form. Okay, so generally two processes are followed here. One is calcination and another is roasting process. In calcination, the ores are heated in absence of oxygen. Okay, ores are heated in absence of oxygen. These are mainly the carbonates and sulfate ores. Okay, it is commonly done for oxy ore like carbonate and sulfate. When you heat the carbonate ore, it gets converted to metal oxide and CO2 is removed. These are some of the examples shown here. And the roasting is processed when the ore is heated in presence of air. That is, calcination is in absence of air, and roasting is done in presence of air. These are mainly done for the sulfide ores. Rusting process is used mainly for the sulfide ores. Okay. So now after getting the metal oxides, we reduce the metal oxide into the metal form. This is the third step which we follow in the metallurgy process. So these processes as carbon reduction, electrolytic reduction, self reduction, thermal reduction, HMR, all these processes are used for the reduction of metal oxide to metals. Here the metal which we will be getting will be the impure one, and after getting the impure metal we go for the next process, that is called the refining process, and after the refining process we get the pure metal only. Okay, so in the carbon reduction we see here that the metal oxides are converted to metal, and CO and CO are CO or CO2 are removed here. So these are some of the tricks which you can follow. So electrolytic reduction, this is mainly done for the recovery of oxides of reactive metals such as the S block and aluminium. So electrolytic reduction of aluminium, all we know that the oxide is electrolyzed to get the pure form, to get the aluminium which we get in the impure form here. Okay, so all of these up to the reduction, these all are the reduction process which we follow. This is in thermite reduction. We do the welding of, for example, welding of railway tracks. Here we see that the metal oxides plus aluminium to give metal plus Al2O3. Okay, so these are the other tricks and other methods for the reduction of metal oxide to metal. Once we get the metal, once we get the impure metal, then we go for the refining of the impure metal in order to get the pure metal. So these are the process from which we can get the pure metal from the impure metal. That is, first is liquefaction, cupellation, distillation, polling, electro refining, zone refining, vapor phase refining. In this, Mond's process and Van Arkel process are very important. Mond's process is used for the refining of nickel in order to get the pure nickel from the nickel carbonyl. Okay, we will see here. This is the process how we do the liquefaction. This, it is a liquefaction process, and then this is the cupellation process. Here we see here. And now the distillation for the liquid or the solids which are having the low melting point and boiling point, we go for the distillation, and we can separate the impurities from the pure one using this distillation process. Okay, now this is the polling, and this is the electro refining. Here we see that the in aluminium one, we use this electro refining process to get the pure aluminium, and after that this is the zone refining process, and now this is the vapor phase refining. Here we will concentrate on this one. The Mond's process, here this is the nickel plus 4CO to get NiCO4. This is the volatile one, and if we heat further, then we get the pure nickel solid and the CO gets evolved here. Okay. Now the Van Arkel process is used for the refining of zirconium and titanium. Okay, so these two processes are mainly asked in the examinations also. So you people please remember this. Okay, and in case any confusion, or if you want to contact me for any of the topic related to metallurgy, you can send me on my WhatsApp number. So thank you. We will contact if you want activity. Okay. Thank you.